Alright, welcome back. Okay, so hey, for once things are actually starting off on a pretty decent foot for Cornelius. You know, he's not in the Netherworld, he's not a prisoner in Odin's kingdom, and he's actually in his home of Titania. So that's pretty cool. Okay, Titania's seen better days, but, you know, it's a start.
I saw Prince Cornelius walking down the street.
What?
They say that the prince has been spending time in the bad part of town.
Well, that's clearly not right.
It's as if he's a new man.
It's as if there's an impostor.
People have seen me? That's ludicrous. Is someone pretending to be me? Or...
Sounds like things have been popping off since Cornelius was away.
Welcome to Titania. I haven't been too profitable lately, but take a look.
The Saturn bangle does look tempting, but we already have one. So, no need.
Take a peek at my wares before someone steals your money pouch.
That implies that Titania's gone to shit. Not great. Not great. So for some reason we're going to the forest instead of the capital of Titania.
I managed to sneak in, but how will I be able to speak with my father?
I mean, you are a puka right now, so that might make things a bit
Someone's
difficult.
coming. I'll hide behind a pillar.
Oh, that's not good.
He plans to renege on our deal. That's me!
Cornelius,
What's going on?
what you should do right now is jump out and stab him.
Suppose I will have to
Just
be
stab
harsh
repeatedly.
when it comes to that.
Just do it right now. Clearly this man is
Otherwise,
impersonating
we'll
you.
deceive the prince
That's
for
not
nothing.
good. Just jump out and stab him.
He's behind all this.
Do it.
I
Jump
shall
out and
cut
stab.
him down.
Yeah, there you go. Get him.
Cornelius!
Ah, you took too much time.
Here you are, Cornelius. Have you reached a decision?
Yes, of course, Father. As you asked, I will break up with the girl from the forest.
Oh, that dick.
What?
Quick, put a sword through him.
Very good. Now, go and tell her before you change your mind. Out of political expedience, I have been considering a marriage between you and King Odin's daughter.
Who,
As you
Griselda or
wish,
Gwendolyn? Because one's gonna be dead and the other one, oof.
But I would
Yeah,
like
I
to
don't
ask
think you
you
want to
something
piss
in
off
return.
Oswald.
What is it?
The royal family's secret power.
No such thing exists. Go on, leave. Stop wasting time.
Go on, leave the castle before you say other things that are important to the plot.
Now, how did he find out about our secret power?
Father,
Who are you?
please
Well,
listen.
this is gonna be an awkward conversation.
I am your son, Cornelius.
You can tell I had the exact same voice
Prince of
actor.
Titania. That man was an impostor.
Okay, Cornelius,
Are you some
I
sort
like
of
you, buddy,
jester?
but try to think about your
Not
current
ridicule, you
situation.
beast.
I have changed since we last spoke. I said I would abdicate my position.
How do you know that?
This is always a weird situation in,
I
like,
am your true son.
film and games. They always, like,
you
the real
must
person,
believe
even
me.
though they're in a different shape or in a different body, always say, I can tell you exactly what we talked about the last time we met.
What?
And the person who always hears this
Wait.
is always like, what,
How
you
did
were
you
spying
get
on
that
me?
sword?
That's always how it plays out.
It was given to me.
Damn.
Terrifying voice in the
not
Netherworld
great.
told me that it belongs to Titanian royalty.
I would never mistake that blood-smeared sword.
So Edmund is not too happy to see that sword of Galen's. And I can understand why.
No, it can't be. Guards! Guards! Take that cursed sword and get it away from me.
Father, what is wrong?
You lie, whoever you are.
Father, please. I swear by the heavens that I am Cornelius. Ask me anything about myself. I'll prove it.
That's
I
a
can
good
answer
point.
any
Let
question.
ask the questions.
Throw him out! Now! Immediately!
You should probably get better guards, Father. I'm just saying, I can dodge them easily.
How shameful. I'm so alone.
Aw,
To be
Cornelius.
treated so by my own father.
To be fair, you probably should have
Is it
thought more
useless to
about
fight
how to
back,
handle that
as the
situation
Queen
than
of the
not at
Netherworld
all.
said? No, I cannot give in. I love the princess too much to let that happen.
Well, there you go. Work with that.
That impostor said that he was on his way to see Princess Velvet. He must be in Elrit Forest.
I need to go stab him, like a lot. That'll make me feel better. So hey, we're back in the forest. So it's time to murder hundreds of goblins and tiny bears. And some occasional frogs and bugs. I just feel so bad for these goblins. All they have are knives. Like, at least Odin's soldiers had axes and bombs and stuff like that. These guys just have knives. That's it. And for the most part, they throw the knives away. Anyway, here's Plasma Circle. Yeah, it just puts up a barrier around you. It's alright. I don't use it that often. And by often, I mean ever. Yeah, I prefer to be doing the attacking myself, as opposed to having a barrier up. So yeah, Spiral Claw and Spark Bolt. And Whirling Blade. Those are going to be my go-to moves. Like I said, S ranks are going to be a more constant thing. We can make a churro. Okay, I am not an expert on Mexican cuisine, but I don't think churros would have been available at this time. Or in this region of the world. Now, I may be incorrect on those fronts, but I'm pretty sure it takes more than just a single egg to make a churro. Just saying. I'm no cook, but I'd like to think there's a few more ingredients that go into making a churro than just a single egg. Ah, well, whatever. It's a fantasy game. So yay, Phozon Prism! No secret ones this time around. They're all pretty much out in the open. Thundercloud. This one, I do not see a need for. We can summon a cloud that just generates lightning. I don't see a need for this one. Yeah, it basically just lays a trap. Sure, it's cool that we can just summon a cloud that shoots out lightning occasionally, but I don't know. It just seems like it doesn't seem especially useful for dealing with large groups of enemies or for bosses. I might be wrong, but that feels like just it's only for area denial, and that's about it. Whatever. For once, inventory management will not be the bane of this episode. I'm making extra sure of it. Eat all the food. Pomegranate only seems to appear in, like, this area, to my knowledge. And it's not used in any recipes. At least, I'm pretty sure it's not used in any recipes. I might be wrong. I just can't seem to remember it ever being useful.
Hey, are you a customer? Well, that's rare.
People usually steal from me.
Don't mind me.
Does that speak ill of me or the people around me? I don't know. I do not know what that is, but it looks good. I imagine it's just some kind of stew. Again, all the food in this game looks absolutely delicious. But hey, speaking of food, we get to say hi to Mori again. He's not going to be cooking much in this episode, but hey, it's always nice to see him. I missed you, Mori.
Oh my, a fellow traveler! After a long journey, do you not crave a warm feast?
Yes, I do.
Stay a while and enjoy a meal.
He's just so jolly.
A new recipe. Please, allow me.
Aww.
Now then, what do you want
I'm
to order?
dreadfully curious if 13 Sentinels is gonna have, you know, amazing looking food. I mean, I would imagine it would. Speaking of which, that trailer looks good. Oh yeah, that looks like it's gonna be good. I've already mentioned this before. I have a huge soft spot for giant robots. Oh man. And if it's done in the Vanillaware art style, oh boy, goody goody goody. It's gonna be good. I got good feelings about that game. I will definitely do a series on that when I get it. And I have a good feeling that Vanillaware knows the whole weight of the giant robot that I've been, like, pining for. That's what I always look for in a giant robot game, besides the fact that if it's actually fun. I want the giant robots to have weight. Anyway, this Mandragora is not going to be doing much to us. Seriously, Sparkbolt just, like, nullifies boss fights, more or less. They just can't handle it. Every boss gets stunned by Sparkbolt. It's great. And down it goes. I feel like that was easier with Cornelius and Gwendolyn. Like I said, Cornelius is one of my favorite characters to play as. I like his combat. It's very fast, aggressive, and easy to rack up chains. Especially when using Spark Bolt, or Spiral Claw, or Whirling Blade. And he's just gonna keep getting more and more dangerous. It kinda makes me sad that Dragon's Crown didn't have any, like, references to Odin Sphere. At least none that I saw. Or you know what would have been even better? DLC characters! The cast of Odin Sphere looks like they would fit in Dragon's Crown. At least throw in, you know, maybe one or two of them. Oswald would fit in pretty well. I guess the issue with that is they already have a sword user and they don't need any more. Although Gwendolyn uses a lance, so she'd probably be okay. And they already have a bow wielder, so another one of the characters would have been out. Honestly, the only characters who would have been able to fit into Dragon's Crown, if we want to go with the whole idea that no one can use the same weapon, would be Gwendolyn and Velvet. Because Gwendolyn uses a lance and Velvet uses her chains. And everyone else kind of already has their weapons covered by either the elf or the fighter. The Law of Titania. My goodness. You don't pay your taxes, you get frickin' hanged? That's a little extreme. Wait, those who complain of high taxes shall be subject to flogging and the stocks. Those who discriminate against the Magi shall be subject to the stocks. Well, I don't exactly appreciate discrimination, so that's fine, I guess. And those who cause bloodshed shall be executed on the spot. Okay, those last two kind of made sense, but that first one, that one seems a bit too much, given the circumstances. King Edmund is kind of a dick in this regard, isn't he? And what exactly do they mean by cause bloodshed? Now, if they mean, like, if they kill someone, okay, that I can kind of understand. You know, that's a basic law. Don't do that. Now, do they mean, like, bloodshed as in somebody throws a punch and they break a guy's nose and then he bleeds all over the place? And then you get hung on the spot? Because that seems a bit extreme. You gotta be a little bit more, you know, you gotta be a little bit more precise with your wording there, people. Or what if somebody just has a random, like, nosebleed? Do they get hung just for that? I know I'm being a snarky bastard, but these things need to be answered. Especially whenever death is a consequence. Whatever. It seems a bit excessive to just beat the shit out of a beehive with a sword. It also seems highly dangerous. Spraying a beehive with a hose is already a risky venture in and of itself. But getting right up next to it and beating the shit out of it with a broadsword? Yeah, that takes some stones. I wouldn't do it. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I like to think that he made that comment just because I swung my sword at him.
Just don't ask where my wares came from.
So you're not a nice goblin, are you? I took it off of dead bodies. Vampiric ring, that's always a good item. Love me that vampiric ring. Oh yeah. Goodbye, shield ring. I think one visit from Mori is enough. We'll see him later on. Oh my goodness. It's the Manticore! God, that thing is unsettling. Yeah, leave it to Vanillaware to make horribly fucked up monsters. Or at least horribly fucked up, you know, interpretations of famous monsters. My goodness. Does it need that many teeth? Does it need that many mouths? It's like the fucking alien. Ugh. I'm being mean, but this thing is a horrible abomination. I mean, it's the protector of the forest, but I think Swamp Thing is enough. Yeah, let's just get rid of a few of these cyclones. Inventory management will not be a subject in this update. Not on my watch. And down he goes. Well, I guess the forest is fucked. Ah, well. Time for another Phozon Prism. Double Manticore! Wait. It says Protector of the Woods. That kind of implies that there's only one. But apparently there's at least 3 of them. I wish they kind of varied it up a little bit, but whatever. Double Manticore fight. Nothing a little volcano can't fix. Yeah, just chuck all the potions. Fuck it, what am I gonna use them for? That vampiric ring is already doing work. I like it. It's one of my favorite accessories in this game. It increases your damage, and it heals you with every hit. Which works really well with Cornelius. Yeah, these bosses aren't really that hard so much as they are damage sponges. As long as you have a decent rhythm going on, they're not that big of a problem. Phozon Prism. Yes. Spiral Fall. This one seems highly situational. I mean, I guess I can kind of see the use for it in certain situations, like maybe for a boss, but I think I'm gonna stick to the skills I have so far, like making Spiral Claw even better. Yes, make it even better than it was before. Let's go ahead and get Gourmet. That's always a useful little ability to have. More XP is never a bad thing. Okay, so here's Spiral Fall. You can see why that might be a tad situational, because to my knowledge, it kind of sits you down in one area. Maybe for a boss or two, but in my experience, unless it's a very large boss, you're better off not using that move. In fact, you already have Spiral Claw, so it's kind of a pointless move that doesn't utilize the character's amazing mobility. The purple frogs have amazing faces whenever they get hit too many times. They're like, oh. Their eyes start bugging out. They kind of look like Glowbox from fucking Rayman. I feel bad for killing all these frogs, but they started this fight, so I'm ending it. Toxin. Pretty useful. Does some pretty decent damage. More goblins, who clearly have not learned yet. Take the hint. It doesn't matter what color cloak you wear. You're gonna die. Just leave. Just walk away. You have so much to live for, goblins. Where is Jareth, your Goblin King, now? You should have taken his example and started to dance magic dance, but no. Instead, you will die. Magic die. That joke probably needs some workshopping. Yeah, whatever. Hot crust buns are pretty decent sources of experience. They're not bad. Also, they look very nice. Okay, it's time to go kick the shit out of that impersonator. Thinks he can break up Cornelius and Velvet? Not on my watch.
I used to run along this same path to meet her back then. And now this. There he is. Ah! You're late. I have been waiting for you.
Start stabbing.
Are you saying that you knew I was going to return to Titania?
Start stabbing
You must be
him.
the one who turned me into this. What is it that you want? I cannot simply tell you.
Really? My sword says otherwise.
Sharp. I will force you to tell me.
Haha, see?
Can you do that
Use
now?
violence. Or not.
It's me, Prince. Velvet.
That does not seem right.
What's wrong? Your beloved is right here. Why not recite a poem to me? Should I rock you to sleep?
Okay, I don't think Velvet would talk like that.
I suppose being madly in love clouds one's judgment.
Oh, Cornelius is sad now.
But when you awaken, you realize that life is cruel.
No, 'tis a lie. You aren't her.
Yeah, there you go.
Privileged and naive morons like yourself make me furious. You should be killed.
I don't think Velvet
You
would
are
say
still
that.
Blinded by love.
Shut up! You cannot be her.
So even though it's clearly not Velvet, we're basically fighting Velvet's impostor. So yeah, we're right. It's not Velvet. But she fights exactly like Velvet. Or he does. Whatever. Spiral Claw into the trees! Spark Bolt will not be denied, neither will the Spiral Claw. You really should not piss off a rabbit in love. Especially when that rabbit is holding a sword. And can fly on said sword. Like this. This does not seem fair. Again, a lot of these boss fights seem to become a tad trivialized whenever the Spark Bolt is introduced into the equation. Followed promptly by Spiral Claw, or perhaps Whirling Blade. Just wakes up to get frickin' stunned. Yeah, I don't really give the bosses too much room to show off their moves, considering I'm too busy just whipping the shit out of them. And spamming Spark Bolt like nobody's business. No, you don't get to heal. Not again. And down the imposter goes. Yeah, don't piss off Cornelius. He will mess you up.
Such a terrible...
Hey, look! It's Liam O'Brien!
You're obviously not Velvet.
And he's using his cane voice.
I am Ingwe. I am Velvet's twin brother.
Of course.
A brother?
Velvet has a twin brother.
Yes, I suppose I can see a resemblance.
So I'm only slightly less attracted
Why
to
did you
you.
curse me? Why was I in the Netherworld? Answer me.
The Netherworld? I know nothing about that. But yes, 'twas I who cast the Puka's curse on you.
You dick!
How could I give my darling sister to you? There's no way to resume your human shape. Forget about Velvet. You two cannot be together.
That's a bit of a dick move, Ingwe.
Kill me if you wish. But only if you can hold her with arms covered in her brother's blood.
Ooh.
Where are you?
That's not good.
Velvet approaches. What will you do, Cornelius? Are you going to let her see you like this?
My sister's not a fairy, I'll have you know.
I won't forget this, Ingwe.
Ingwe! What happened? You're hurt.
'Tis nothing, worry not.
Now, if Ingwe wanted to play it the deceitful way, he'd probably say something along the lines of, "Oh, your dickhead boyfriend came and punched the shit out of me.
Look who's talking.
Like an asshole."
We've been meeting with that oaf in secret.
He is no oaf. Cornelius.
Ingwe's got a
is
pretty cool
gentleman.
turban. I like it.
He hasn't come to see you.
Sadly enough, Ingwe is not playable. That would have been fun, to play as a shapeshifter,
He's just another man.
with that little dagger of his.
I'm sure he has a reason.
Aww. Velvet still cares for Cornelius.
Give me back my chain. Please don't take it without asking.
That's a good story reason as to why Ingwe was able to use it.
I don't think you should be flailing it around. Just learn to live peacefully and quietly.
You know very well that we will never live in peace. I have certain obligations.
Yeah, if Hunchback of Notre Dame taught me anything, gypsies never really have a very easy life. Finally, we get this story here. The Royal Survivors of Valentine. So we already know that Velvet is Odin's daughter, and by extension, Ingwe must be his son. That's probably give you a decent hint as to why these twins don't have the easiest of lives. So hey, another Phozon Prism. What do we get this time? Streak Slash. I'll show that off in the next update. Alright, speaking of which, that'll do it for this update. In the next update, I guess we'll see how Cornelius handles his current situation. I'm sure he's not going to give up. Not Cornelius. Nope. He's going to keep pressing on. Alright, until then, thank you so much for watching. and I'll catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.